Hey, co-reporters, welcome back to my channel. Listen, I shot a recap of episode 5, I think it is, of Teen Mom Next Chapter, but there were audio issues and stuff like that. So I felt like I needed to kind of come back and shoot like a precursor to it to let you know some of my thoughts more extensively on some of the things that really stood out to me in that episode. And first and foremost being how Caitlin casually mentions the way that her mother, April, who has suffered from alcoholism for a while, gave their daughter Nova a bath at some point when she was a toddler while she was drunk. And like that was something that was kind of like just mentioned like so casually as if it's like not the most like an incredibly dangerous thing to do that should have outraged her, that should have worried her a little bit more from allowing April to watch the kids. And I say that because Caitlin presents it as something that's not really an isolated incident. Like it seems as though Caitlin, in the episode, she mentions how she wants to have a conversation with April about it because she worries that her mom might be drunk on other occasions whenever she's watching the kids and whatnot. And so, yeah, like that was something that definitely had like my eyes kind of like really huge in my head, just going, what's going on? What is this? Like she has a conversation with her mom at a certain point, but April doesn't want it to be filmed on camera. And then Caitlin kind of like goes back and recaps a little bit of the conversation, but she leaves out a very important piece of information, which is, has April ever been drunk at other occasions when she's watching the kids? Did she promise to never do it again? Just other things like that. I think I mentioned some other things that were missing that I felt rubbed me the wrong way in the recap that you're going to see after this kind of precursor, but there was definitely that. And then in terms of Cheyenne and Zach, like watching the scene of Ryder's graduation and how they have like this huge family, like huge blended family, Corey, Cheyenne's family, Zach's family, just everybody being around for Ryder. It was just so beautiful. And it just like makes me all the more upset that Cheyenne chose to marry Zach of all people. Like I always loved their scenes and just felt like they represented such a good like melting pot of like a family, you know, blended families and stuff like that, healthy dynamics as exes move on to find new partners and whatnot. And so for Zach to come up there with his DUIs and his scamming ways and stuff like that, and to ruin it for me really just pissed me off. But other than that, it was a pretty tame episode. So I don't really have much more to add. So I'm going to let you guys watch the recap. Listen, this is the first time I filmed in this type of style. I'm still working out the kinks when it comes to audio, but so far I've managed to escape the copyright gods. So I would love to continue doing this if I can nail the audio down. And I mentioned it a little bit later, but if you want to watch like the full stuff with me, I'm going to be posting a link to my channel members whenever it comes to that sort of stuff. It's not going to be on this main YouTube channel, obviously, for copyright reasons, in case VH1 or whatever decides to get froggy with me. But that definitely is something that I'm looking forward to doing. Last week on our channel member page, which is youtube.com/GraceReport/join, we listened live to Tyler talking on Kale's podcast, and it was a really good episode. So I definitely do implore you to join us over there if you're interested in that sort of thing. Anyway, that's enough rambling for now. Check out the recap, and I'll see you next time. Hey, co-reporters, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been ages that I've been talking about catching up on Teen Mom Next Chapter, so I figured why not do like a little screen recording commentary situation, because apparently I can get away with doing it this way. Sorry in advance for the construction noise. Listen, it annoys me more than it annoys you. It's every morning here from like 8 in the morning until 5 p.m., including Saturday mornings, okay? Nothing I can do about it. So let's get into the episode. It's nice to see Caitlin working, you guys. That's amazing.
I'm in this moment in my life right now where it's kind of hard to trust her not to drink when my kids are around. Really. Once we come back here, I'm going to have a conversation with her. I don't know. I want to protect them from things that I experienced with my mom when I was.
Okay, so how weird is it that she's going to have April around to watch the kids, but she cannot trust April to not drink while around the kids? Something's not adding up to me. I kind of feel like she'd be better off just having a friend come stay with her for a bit, or just having like hiring a nanny or something like that. Like I kind of like, why subject your kids to that? You know, like it's just odd.
Yeah, mom's buzzed and she just gave Veda a bath.
She buzzed and she gave Veda a bath. The infant that could drown in the tub. how could she be so nonchalant about that? I would be too freaking scared to ever send my child back.
What makes you want Instagram?
Oh, I'd be so scared.
That's what I'm saying, like yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
I am 1,000% Team Macy on this. Listen, it's scary enough that children want to be on social media. Listen, I remember what I was doing when I was on social media that young. I remember like adding people I didn't know and whatnot. Like, it's scary, especially right now. And not only that, but it gets like 10 times more scary when that child is famous. And there are so many boundaryless grown folks who choose to follow these children on social media and ask them all sorts of strange questions, invasive questions, not only about themselves, but about their parents, who are going to stalk where they go to school, where they hang out, because they want photos with these kids or whatever. They don't like realize that at the end of the day, these are simply children. I think that Bentley needs to get a Finsta, like a fake Instagram account. But the thing is, he could always be betrayed by his own friends. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like his own friends is like, could show his profile and share it around or something like that. Like, or their parents, if they're skeevy enough, can go ahead and like sell off his profile information to a tabloid so that it gets exposed or whatever. It's just a really, really scary territory. And, you know, like, his views or whatever that he might hold right now could be seen. Listen, I don't know what his views are, but I'm saying if his views are some, you know, are just not good, not in line with the general kind of consensus right now, that could like haunt him for life, because articles will be written about that. And he's what, like 13, 14 years old. And it's like, you just don't want that out there, because kids say dumb stuff all the time. They say dumb stuff because they're kids, you know, like, it's scary. I don't know how they're gonna handle this.
Would make a fake Instagram and pretend like they're a kid. Don't talk to strangers. Anything he says or does, he has to understand that.
I am so glad she brought up the predators angle, because it's so true. Many people are predators out there that want to talk to children on social media. You know, they're not crazed, boundaryless fans like, you know, you see in this fandom, but some of them are full-blown predators who can creep on him, and it's scary.
yeah, I think we need to let him have social media.
Mm-hmm.
Our wedding is about 4 months away, and we absolutely move and get married at the same time.
And not only that, but Zach gets sentenced to jail at the same time. Let's not forget.
Right, her right ventricle didn't grow to the proper size. It's not large enough to even really use.
Oh, that's so scary.
So what they're gonna have to do is go in and basically do three different surgeries and help her lungs get the oxygen her body needs.
That, I can't even imagine your newborn, like having to watch your newborn go through surgery, not just once, but multiple times. Like, that has to be terrifying for him and Taylor. You guys, I wonder, I feel like this is something that could be a little bit informative and helpful for the Teen Mom viewers. I think at this point, Corey, being that 2 out of 3 of his children suffer from genetic conditions or health conditions, I think it would be worth it for him to get his, what do you call it? Like to get an analysis on like his own risks of what like he risks transferring to other children if he continues to have children as well, because this is getting a little like nerve-wracking for me. And Taylor should get tested as well to see if there's something, you know what I mean? Like that they shouldn't be mixing together. I remember Corey and Leah, they didn't show us their testing of the twins, but they did talk about how they both carried some kind of like recessive gene or something like that wound up manifesting. Yeah, I feel like that would be really educational. I feel like a lot of people don't think to get genetic testing before having kids with somebody. And I think, you know, at this point, when 2 out of 3 of your kids unfortunately suffer from health conditions, it might be something worth looking into, in my opinion.
Like my sister got diagnosed with that. My mom also. So it's kind of like, oh my God, what if?
Wow.
I get diagnosed with the same thing. Like, I'm so scared.
I had no idea that Brianna's sister Brittany and her mom were diagnosed with depression and bipolar. Listen, I think it's nice that they had that little convo between Bri and Caitlin, awareness and just like speaking like in public about depression and struggling.
Bye. Have a good night. Make good choices.
What did you just say?
Make so shady. Oh.
She says the same thing. Do you plan on making good choices?
Oh.
I sure hope you are.
Miss Sassy Pants. I would have to remind her, listen, you were not my mama. She's funny. Amber was dressed like Mary J. Blige there. Wow, he's letting it hang loose. His little sweatpants.
Are you nervous?
No.
It's like really odd to me that they casually like left April in the house to watch the kids alone without having a conversation. Like, are you drunk? Are you drinking? What's in your big gulp?
Yeah.
She made the Vida while drunk. Like, it's really odd to me.
I was praying.
It doesn't really stay.
We fought for.
Here she goes,
Next step is verdict with James.
trying to force herself to cry. And look, it's like nothing happened. She's like, all right, this isn't coming. And then she just goes back to looking with a completely blank face.
I got diagnosed with bipolar depression.
Ooh,
Mom's
so
bipolar. I'm bipolar. Then you
I can't believe this whole
know,
bipolar
make
depression.
change or
Oh my
do
God.
whatever
And
you're
I worry about
feeling
that. I mean, daughters and everything. Guys, this is why genetic testing is so important, you
She
know.
was like, well, there's a
Um,
lot of different
obviously,
medications.
Devon and
And I
Lewis
told her
have
what I
their own
don't
mental
want, like
health
what side
struggles
effects
as
I
well.
don't want.
So
I
it's
don't want
like
to
to
gain weight,
have
or I
these
don't
on
want to be
both
super
sides.
tired every day. I
It
don't
could
want to
be
be
pretty heavy
groggy.
for
She
the
was like,
girls,
well, there's this
but at
medication
least
that may work for
they
you, so let's
know
try
and they're
it out, and
diagnosed,
we'll
and
see
she
how
could talk
it
to her psychiatrist about how
affects
to
me,
make
and then we'll take it
her cases.
From what your aunt said that
To include that.
she had some feelings.
And even though like I take
Now-
responsibility for
Guys, why would Leah be jealous of the way that Amber treats James? Because Amber was on probation for allegedly swinging around machetes while Andrew was holding James. That is nothing to be jealous of, baby girl. What? Like, I don't get it. And on top of that, James is about to move to Malibu with his dad, Andrew, because Amber, like she did with Leah, kept calling out sick or whatever, making up excuses to not see her child. So I kind of feel like Amber is capping here. Like, no. You were not SHIT with either one of them.
my actions back in the day. It's hard to
my girl.
Is she really trying to convince herself she's a great mom to James? Oh my God, Tyler, you almost took my eye out with that thing.
You know what I mean?
He's not wearing underwear. Oh, wow. What does she have to hide? April. Someone smoked marijuana while driving with Kate. Or with Kate driving when she was smoking marijuana with you.
We're all done.
Huh. She looks like off the wagon to me. She doesn't look happy. She doesn't look settled.
She's like, but I can admit that, I was.
Which is why I think it's pretty wise to look at as far as something that's in
So there you go. April is back to drinking excessively because she's not doing well right now. That's unfortunate, but I'm glad she was able to fess up to it. And hopefully it's not
I love
even
you, and I'm here for you.
I find it odd the subject of whether I'll drink around the kid was never brought up. So cute. I can practically smell her curls because my nephew has the same hair and his hair always smells like hair product, curly hair product. All right, you guys, that does it. A recap of what went down on the 5th episode of Teen Mom Next Chapter. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. I hope you enjoyed this new format. You know what I'm thinking? If possible, I might do stream of the full show with my channel members, youtube.com/GraceReport/join if you want to sign up for that. Because right now you guys just saw like a short little clip of what it all looks like come together, but of course I have to watch the full episode, so I kind of wonder if that's something I can do with my channel members before I go ahead and chop it up for these little clips that I do with you. Yeah, I'm thinking of that. Why not? Anyway, you guys, that does it. Okay, this was a recap. Let me know what you think about it and everything that went down. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.